Good evening, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Tonight we have episode 6 of The Dig, with Corey Highstead as our GM. Our recap will be given by Jeff. Jeff?
Thank you, Tom. Our last episode started with Professor Parham and Professor Karras having a discussion in Karras' tent. Karras has discovered that a few items have gone missing out of his tent, and that there was a broken bobby pin in the lock of his footlocker. Parham talks to him and manages to calm him down a little bit. Kit and Edward have managed to ditch some of the items that they had stolen from Karras' tent. They just dumped them into some bushes. After the breaking of the lock, Karras' footlocker, Parham and Karras get drunk in Karras' tent. Well, Karras does, but Parham moderates his intake. Parham manages to snoop around into Karras' notes. In 1910, Karras first discovers a glyph, and from that point on, his notes seem to get a bit jumbled. The next day arrives, and there's a bit of commotion outside. It's discovered that all the axes, hatchets, and saws are now missing. Karras tasks Parham, Kit, and Peter to drive into town and to get some replacement tools. Peter is also trying to get into town in order to send his family a telegram or a message. On their way into town, they notice a family farm whose crops don't appear to be doing well. All the vegetables are rotting and dying. The livestock is also sick-looking. The investigators continue driving. Before Kit, Parham, and Peter can make it into town, they see several Native Americans at one of the campsites just off the road by the river. They pull over in the truck and head down and talk with them. They meet John Whitedeer of the Womack tribe. John tells a story to the group about his encounter with the Sasquatch. He offers further advice that if they find any more of those strange, life-draining plants, they should just burn it. Meanwhile, back at the camp, Edward and Alfonso discover one footprint, a big footprint. They take note, but do not rule out the fact that it might just be a prank. Just after that, at the barn, Al and Edward hear Mr. Campbell yelling for his daughter. We learn that Susan is missing. Edward, Al, and Morris start to search the barn and find a gruesome scene. Buried in the hay of the barn is a severed leg. Turns out to be Susan. She has signs that look like it was some sort of animal attack. Also in the hay is a part of Thomas's football jacket. As the episode starts to come to a close, Professor Parham extends an invitation to John Whitedeer to come and visit the camp later that evening. John seems interested, but doesn't fully commit. He pushes the group to maybe offer a trade, where maybe they can get a gun or dynamite, fishing gear, another canoe maybe. Kit sort of agrees to this and says that she could probably supply at least one or two of those items. And that pretty much brings us up to date.
All right, excellent. Corey, take it away.
Okay, so we're actually gonna go back to the camp, where the Mr. Morris, he's really angry, and he basically runs off. I don't know if you remember that. He basically goes away, probably going to go to the camp to talk to Mr. Karras.
Well, I think that's what
we were going to do anyway. Yeah.
I think Morris and Edward were in the barn, and I had ran to get Karras and was on my way back.
Right, because we were. I was actually looking around to see exactly where this creature, if it was a creature, came in, and couldn't find anything.
Yes, but Mr. Morris is actually on his way to talk to Mr. Karras.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Well, if he's off to meet Karras, I'm gonna come along with him.
Okay.
I'll make sure to lock up the barn so that nobody else can enter or exit. If there's anybody else in there that we haven't found.
There's no one else in there.
Okay. But yeah, I'll lock down the barn before we leave.
Okay, so a few minutes later, you see Mr. Morris. He is absolutely livid at Mr. Karras. He's like, "Why? You know what happened here?" And of course, you see him. He actually has his gun out.
I take a step back. I'm not getting shot back.
I take a step back, 2 steps back behind Edward.
He is screaming at Mr. Karras. He's like, "Do you know what happened? My daughter is dead." And everybody's like, Mr. Karras like, "What? What did you say?" "Yeah, she's dead. Someone or something killed my daughter. What are you gonna do about it?"
Actually, while he's like yelling, and I look for some anthropology students, and I go up to Dr. Karras and I say, "I think you should take a look at the body, because with better eyes, more trained eyes, we can determine what actually killed her."
Okay, so he drops everything. Let's go see the body right now. So you guys go to he brings Karras, and most of the students are shocked and want to see what's going on, so they follow him to the barn. So they do, and what happens is, Mr. Karras like, "Oh, I don't know." He sees it and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on here. That's pretty gruesome."
Hmm? Say that again. I didn't quite catch that.
"That's pretty gruesome." That's what Mr. Karras says.
Indeed, it is. It looks like some sort of animal attack. And seeing that there are a lot of bear traps set around here, I haven't seen or heard of, any sort of bears, but it does look like something like a grizzly might do. I don't know. I don't know if they had forensics back then, but, I'll say that, I can't really fully determine that. But, perhaps if we all look together and combine our knowledges together, we can try to determine what might have caused this girl's death.
Okay.
And
Just 1 second. You know what? Do a spot hidden. Everybody that's Al and Edward.
And I make it. Yes. It's because Kitty isn't here.
Exactly.
Yep, I also make it.
See? We need to sacrifice her to the whale.
I don't know if you actually you see after you're looking at the body again, you notice that under her fingertips, you actually see that it's actually brown. You see a strand of coarse brown hair on her underneath her fingertips.
Can I do an anthropology roll to try to determine the nature of it?
Yeah, or you can actually do an idea roll.
Alright, so that's what? That will be rolling intelligence or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And no, I don't get that.
Al, you too.
Trying to think what I would have, though. Just intelligence roll?
It's a 50.
Nope, 62.
Okay. Nothing. You don't know what this is, but Mr. Karras says, I'm going to be here. Can Al and Edward, can you go? Can you guys go to town immediately and try and phone the constable? Probably the one. Probably, or the police. Probably the closest one would be Arkham.
Okay. Yeah, we could definitely do that. I'll tell him. It shouldn't be hard for him to understand this, but I would say don't touch the scene. I know that police don't like people to mess around with the scene, and you could incriminate yourself if you mess around with anything.
Okay. One more thing is, this is also, I forgot to add this. You also notice that there is beside her body, there is actually a 20-pound stone, like right, just like not that far from her body.
Does it have blood and stuff on it?
There seems to be a little bit of blood on the stone.
Okay, so it's just a little bit. It might just be splatter, but
there seems to be a lot of this is not splatter.
Does she have any sort of injuries to the head?
If you want to do a spot hidden to look at more closely, you can.
Alright. And I make it.
Yeah, there seems to be a big bruise mark where the stone is on their head.
I basically determined that whoever it was, perhaps the boy, probably smacked her in the head with a rock.
I'll ask around to everybody who's here. Has anybody seen Thomas, the football player?
No one has. Not since yesterday.
Okay.
If you guys do come across him, have him come back to the camp and keep him isolated from everybody else.
Yeah.
Are there any other sort of big football player looking guys?
Nope.
Also, if you can keep him away from the farmer, he's going to try to shoot him or try to harm him. So we don't need anything like that on our hands right now.
Yeah. Mr. Karras will definitely try, and if he says Mr. McCoy will be severely punished if I ever see him.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions either, First thing we should do is just isolate him, put him in a tent somewhere, and keep eyes on him while we go and we fetch the constable.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. But can you guys please, the closest would be the post office.
Yep, we're on our way. So I leave. You coming along, Al?
Sure, absolutely.
All right.
Who's driving?
You can drive if you want.
Okay. I don't have a license, but let's go.
I'll drive it.
Oh, okay.
We need some 70s cop music in the background as they drive away.
I leap across the hood and slide.
Yeah, yes.
Starsky and Hutch.
I'm gonna go to the other group, the one that they're at, the Native American Wamak campsite. So what are you guys gonna do?
Well,
After he says, if you can find some of that stuff, I will gladly help out.
um, well, we already finished talking, so I assume we're outside the house now, or are
Yeah,
we
you're
still
outside
in
the house. You're outside the house.
Well,
Well, let's get to town.
right. We need to get the supplies, and maybe you can find some of the stuff he wants in there.
But
Okay.
before we go,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask, is it running deer or deer tree or what? What is it, Dr.
White deer.
Okay, Dr. White Deer. I'm going to ask him about, I noticed maybe about a mile back that one of the farms was like not growing so well. And is this common in this area? Everybody else seems to be flourishing, but this one farm wasn't. And is this common around here? Or does it have to do with the mysterious Bigfoot?
He's like, yeah. He says, no, that should not happen. This land is really
Fertile?
fertile.
Hmm.
We do not know what's going on there.
Okay.
But
Besides,
I don't know much about them, but their name is their name is the Hines.
Well, maybe I'll just stop by and take a look around there after I get into town. Thank you, Mr. White Deer, for your time as well as your patience.
Their name is Hind, and
they are fine.
So if you guys want to go there, go ahead.
Well, we're gonna go to town because that's what we're tasked to do first, and we're not gonna get sidetracked again, are we, kid?
No.
hey, we got to meet Native Americans.
Which I'm thankful for. So, let's get so that Mr. Gilman can call his folks.
Yes, to the truck.
To the truck. Da-da-da-da. Yeah. Okay. So we head to the truck and we go to the. I'm assuming we find some place that's got a phone, like the general store, post office.
The general store would be the best place to have check to see if the phone is.
Okay. And I'll park while the two jump out and beat feet for the phone. And then
So when I step inside the door, I go to the guy behind the counter and I'm like, "Do you have a phone? Is there a pay phone?" Or...
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like, yeah. He's like, well, how are you? Well, hello there. Yeah, we actually do have a phone. It's actually right here, and he hands you the phone.
Would you mind if I used it?
Go ahead.
So I'm going to call my family back at wherever we live in Arkham.
Okay.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Anna, is that you?
They're actually, yeah. Well, yeah. The person, someone picks up, and they're like, "Hello."
Do I should recognize the voice?
Yeah.
Either it's a burglar.
Male or female?
I don't know. That would be. Do you have any I guess that would be your father.
My dad. Okay. Hey, Dad. I have some questions.
He's like, yeah. What are the questions?
Okay. First off, we're in Dunlow. That's like halfway between Arkham and Dunwich. And we're at an archaeological dig, and we have dug up what amounts to like an underground chamber. And we found a number of very strange idols and some slabs with some strange writing on them. Let me describe the idol to you. and tell me if you've ever heard of anything like this, because I'm kind of freaked out. It looks kind of like a fat toad-like creature with a big, wide, grinning mouth, and it looks like it's supposed to be covered in fur, and none of us, I'm an anthropologist, and I haven't ever seen anything like this in a book.
He's like, he's like, oh no. And oh no, he's like, that creature is the Tasaga. He's like, you should be. It's how big are the statues?
About a foot high. They're made out of something that looks like black material with red veins in it.
That's weird. I've never heard. Is the statue heavy? Or is material heavy?
I wouldn't touch it. I know better than to touch such things like that. But actually somebody did pick it up, didn't they? Yeah, they said it wasn't very heavy, and it sounded like it was made out of metal or something.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I should be telling this over the phone, but yeah, that's not from this world.
So it's something I should avoid entirely, yeah?
It's from Canada.
Oh!
Yeah, it won't harm you if you touch it.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I want to touch it. We also found a shield with what looks like an elder sign.
Oh, really? You seen an elder sign?
Uh-huh. I think so.
Whereabouts are you again?
Halfway between Arkham and Dunwich. Dunlow. We're in Dunlow.
I'll try to get somebody out there and see what's going on, because that's really, really fishy.
Well, the university is studying the ruins, and I just want to know if there's like anything you want to tell me.
Okay.
Look, Dad, I know that there's something about our family that you haven't told me yet, but
in time we'll tell you in time.
Okay. Well, am I in any immediate danger?
You shouldn't be in immediate danger, but if you shouldn't be.
All right. Well, call Uncle Ralphie and see if what he says. But I'm gonna give up because I've only got a quarter's worth of time on here, so I'll keep you updated.
Okay. He says, all I have to say is this statue is Tasaga.
Tathagua.
Tasagia, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll have to look that one up.
Sorry, go ahead.
And he hangs up.
So, what's your dad say, or parent, or whoever you called?
My dad.
My
family has a lot of lore in this part of the world, and he says that it's some sort of a deity called Sathagua.
Sakagya.
Yeah, nothing that I've ever heard of in a book or anything, but maybe we can research it when we get back.
The camp, sure. I mean...
Well, no, I mean when we get back to Arkham. Miskatonic should have something.
Right. I mean, That's weird. Your dad knows about an artifact in a cave right off the bat?
No, like I say, he knows a lot about the lore of the area.
You're right, but I
Our
mean,
family goes back a long way.
right, but this is like pre-colonization almost, really? Like that far?
Yeah, well, you know that the settlers slept with the Indians, and
Yeah, then
there's a lot of stuff that's been passed down in my family.
Uh-huh.
At least that's what he thinks. I mean, he's just like
So
he'd just be the Indian bat god of some sort.
as soon as while you're guys are talking in this here, you actually see Edward and Al. They actually show up.
There's Ed now.
Whoa.
What are they doing here?
Yeah, what are you guys doing here? Hey, over here.
I'll get
Al.
to you, Parham, after.
We have to use the phone.
Well, here it is.
All right.
So then,
Yeah.
What's happened?
one moment. I call the constable.
I guess as you're dialing on the phone, I'll.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
So basically, we found a body. There's appears to be a murder in the barn. Susan.
Okay.
What the hell?
Wow.
Well, how'd she get
That's
murdered?
horrible.
Yeah, it was very gruesome. I mean, I'm not a forensic scientist, but there was a rock nearby, and it looks like she was just beaten and mauled to death.
Jesus Christ. Beaten and mauled? You
Yeah.
mean not, like, so what, like a bear mauled her and then beat her in with a rock for good measure?
Well, I don't know many bears that could pick up a rock, so...
Ed, you're calling the police?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Christ. We need, like, the entire division down here.
There's probably a local sheriff.
Right. I kind of go up to the... Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you actually do get a hold of the sheriff, the guy, and the guy's like, okay, whose farm you guys are on, and
I tell him, Campbell's Farm, and I explain what we see, and I explain. I told him that we haven't really messed around with the scene of the crime, but we were going to see if she had any sort of vitals or whatever, see if she was still alive. She's not. She seemed to have been buried in some straw. Seems to, she looked like she was ripped up by a wild animal, but there also is a large stone lying next to her, and it looked like her head was bashed in with that stone. So I don't know if somebody killed her and brutalized the body. I'm not a forensic scientist or anything like that, so I wouldn't know time of death or anything like that.
Okay. He's like, okay. I know you're in shock that one of your fellow students passed away. We will get.
She was murdered. She didn't pass away. She was murdered or attacked and killed.
Please be calm. We are going to go get a.
I am officer. I am calm. Now her father, on the other hand, is another story, and we would,
we'll get a officer out there right away.
Good.
It'll be a while. It'll probably be, but we will get a officer out right away.
Sir, please calm down.
Well, here's the thing, officer. It may take a while, but this particular young lady was interested in one of my fellow students. They were hanging out for a while, and it looked like they were probably getting into some. They were about to have sex or coitus or whatever you want to call it.
You don't know that. Please be calm.
However, I am calm. I'm just explaining this to you. Now, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, based off of some evidence here. Her father had jumped into conclusions, before any of this started to happen, and he is pissed. He's walking around with a gun, and he's threatening to shoot and kill this other student who happens to be missing right now. So I mean, I understand that it would take a while, but the sooner you get an officer out there, the sooner you can diffuse this particular situation.
Yeah, we understand. We'll get an officer out there right away.
Thank you. That's all we ask.
And have a great day and nothing, and she hangs up.
Yes. I kind of go and like.
So I relay that to the rest of you guys, and I say, well, the officer seemed to not care about this. He says, oh, we're going to send somebody out eventually, and he seems to not really care about what's going on. Yeah, so
that's great. That's great.
So what are you doing, Samuel? And what are you guys gonna do after this?
I'm gonna ask the general store man if there's a newspaper out here. Newspaper people that like news reporters and stuff.
Yeah, I said we have newspaper here.
No, I mean news reporters. Is the news?
No, there's no news reporter. We usually get our stuff from either Arkham or.
Well, we have a news reporter. Her name is Kit. Kit, this is the story of a lifetime. So.
Yeah, we either get our from Arkham or Dunwich. It all depends on. But there's no news reporter here.
Okay. Do you have a telephone book?
Yeah, we have a telephone book. He had his telephone book.
Probably about that thick.
Yeah. Quick question. How far away is your sheriff?
The closest sheriff, probably the closest one would be Dunwich. I don't know. There's no sheriff here.
Well, Dunwich sounds like a pleasant place, doesn't it, guys?
Dunwich is about as far away as Arkham is.
Right.
It all depends on where this constable is from. So.
All right. Shit. Do you have any canoes for sale? Any fishing gear or anything?
Well, of course we got to get everything that was missing from the camp. That's why we came here in the first place.
Right.
Make a luck roll to see if there are any canoes in.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna ask the general store manager if I could take a call in private in his back office, please.
Yep. I passed. My luck.
Yeah.
Portable phone, or is it on the attached to the wall?
It is.
I can take a chance. It could have been one of those old black handles or it could be a wall-mounted one. I don't know which one he's going to have it to be.
It's going to be the one with the black handle.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, go ahead, and it's heavy, but...
I'll extend the cord and go around the corner and look up a couple of phone numbers.
Yes.
Okay. So
and
what
I'm
are you...
going to position myself so that I can hear anything that he might say.
Shame on you.
Yes.
Why on earth would you need to make some sort of secret private phone call? That's the big question.
Right. Sir,
Okay.
who are you calling?
So, if you want to do that, you'll have to make a listen roll.
Okay.
Could I do a listen roll as well?
Yeah.
I think we're all listening on this.
We can't all listen, because that's going to be...
It's going to be obvious to the general store, and I told him I wanted to make a private call. I hope he calls you out on it and tells you, skedaddle, kids.
No, I'm not going to position... Like, basically, if he's going around the wall to talk, I'm going to position myself somewhere in the store where I'm looking at something, but I have my ears kind of perched in that direction.
Okay. Anybody?
I got a 22. I got a good roll.
Did you make it by half?
Listen. My listen is 60, and I got 22. So yeah,
Okay.
better than half.
So
I got 10.
I guess only you did. Anyone else making a listen roll to?
Yeah, I did. I got a 10.
I know.
didn't make it.
Is Al? Are you making a listen roll too?
No, I'll give the man some privacy.
Well, thank you, young man. Thank you.
So you have the two. You're not you're trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, but you two, Peter and Kit, you guys actually do hear Samuel, and what are the conversation going to be?
The conversations I'm going to call the news, the newspaper, probably in Dunwich and Arkham, and tell them I've got a scoop, and I got a scoop for them, and it's worth. This is a hot tip. This is at least worth $15. $15. We're not talking $5 tip. This is $15. It has to do with a bear eating a young girl in a barn. And if they're not interested in that, of course I add on to it that a student's involved. And I let the price go up. And I just keep...
Dunwich?
Yes, it's Samuel, Dr. Samuel Parham. P-A-R. Make the check out to.
The people from Dunwich, they're like, they don't. As soon as they hear Arkham University, they're like,
no, I don't. I'm not identifying myself at all.
okay.
All I'm telling is I got a hot scoop. Send a reporter out here. This is the hot story. We've got a love triangle. We've got a bear mauling. And I just make it sound interesting. I throw just a little, like 10% truth, 90% bullshit. If it sounds interesting to them, they're going to send somebody. My last call will be to the police, and I'll talk to the dispatcher. And the last call with the police, I tell them they need to come out here quick because we've had a bear maul somebody. It's on the rampage. The bear is going from farm to farm. Oh my goodness!
They're like, whereabouts are you?
I give them a farm which is like, what was it? The Hines farm. I said we're near the Hines farm. The bear's just running rampant, hurting people. Got into Miss Mayberry's pie last night. It's horrible. You got to come down here before we have our cakewalk on Sunday.
I step around the corner and look him in the face and like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. I think I saw.
They're like, we already sent out a officer on to your location. I'm the person that took that call, and I didn't even hear anything
wrong
about...
number, and I hang up.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Out of your mind?
What the hell, Doctor?
What are you guys doing here? Could you
What the
just
hell
leave
are
me
you
alone?
doing?
What
I
are
am
you
talking.
doing?
I'm having a private conversation.
No, you're not. You're lying to the police.
What are you talking about?
A story about a
What are you
goddamn
talking-
murder.
What am I talking? We've been listening to everything you said. You
Why are you listening? Why are you
Because
listening?
you're lying to the police.
I am not lying.
We're so fucking gonna turn you in.
Right.
Well, go ahead.
Hey, I kind of.
Yeah.
How low can you get, Doctor? How low can you get?
It's
Why
not
are you
even
in my
that.
conversation?
There's somebody's been murdered, and you're making them go chase some fucking bear that doesn't exist. You're out of your fucking mind.
No, I'm not. And
Hey,
you shouldn't have
you
been listening.
are.
You shouldn't have been in my conversation. Damn it.
Oh,
Well, you
fuck
shouldn't have been spreading rumors. What do you want? What do you want to cause more trouble out here?
You're out of your fucking mind.
Christ Almighty!
I go over to Gilman and I say, I think he gets the point.
I think he should.
Let him stew in his own misery and bullets.
Fuck this! We're
You know, I said the police are on their way. You know, it's really interesting to see that students are a bit more mature than their professors.
Come on.
Right.
And then I say, were you able to contact your folks? And I actually pull you away from the main. Yeah. What did they have to say?
Well, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, while they're talking, I gotta go to the shop here. Yeah. So might as well. Should we get the supplies still?
I
Okay.
think the supplies aren't really top priority right now.
Get back to camp.
Okay. So the guy with
I'm not riding with Parham.
Yeah. No,
You
neither
can
am
walk
I.
back or right back in the other
remember-
truck. That's fine.
Remember, you guys have two vehicles.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, Gilman, you can ride with me, and
I'll ride in the back.
you coming along too?
Yeah, I am done.
So, back to your question about the stock in stock. The guy at General Store, he's like, yeah, we just got a canoe. We just got a canoe in today.
Awesome. How much?
That will be
$30.
$12.
All right. And what about those hatchets? How much for those hatchets and stuff? Do you have hatchets?
We just barely have what you guys want.
Well, we'll take barely.
We have everything that will be $6.
All right.
So
all right.
if you want to get both, it'll be $18.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a sec here. I'm trying to think of anything we need. Do you have any medical supplies?
We do. We have some medical tonics. We have.
Yeah. Medical tonics. Perfect. Do we have any medical tonics in stock?
No, we don't. But that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Grab some.
We also have bandages. Little bit of morphine.
Yeah, we'll take the morphine.
Get some rope while you're at it too.
Yeah. Do you got any shotguns? Any guns?
No. We are. In fact, this guy over there, the guy that took my phone, actually asked for some shotguns yesterday, and we are currently sold out.
Really?
Really? What else did he ask for?
He asked for some. He also asked for some tonic too. I don't know what you guys are doing with this tonic, but
Really?
What the fuck?
Dapper.
And also, this is weird. He also delivered a package to himself at the university.
I don't know anything about that.
Really?
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Parham like he's insane.
Right. We pay for the stuff and go.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. Do you guys need help with the canoe, or
Yes, please.
I will actually help you with that right now. So he gets out. The canoe is actually in the back.
Okay, we're going to go as quickly as possible to get the back to camp.
Yeah.
These are like those Jeeps. So he straps it to the vehicle, make sure, and he hands you guys two big wooden paddles, and he basically says, "There you go. If you need anything more, come back to the Dunlow
All right.
General Store."
All right. All right. Let's roll.
So who's all going to go in the vehicle with Edward and with Peter and Kit?
All of us except for Dr. Parham.
Yeah, we're through him. Parham can go. Now.
Okay, so you guys go to back to the campsite.
Hell yeah, as fast as we can.
All right.
Samuel,
Step on it.
what are you gonna do?
Hey, you want any ice cream? Yes, Parham's gonna get some ice cream.
Right?
I gotta figure out what other mischievous things I can do out here. So give me a moment, and just deal with them back there.
So I'll come back to you, okay?
All right.
So
That's fine.
Peter, Al, Edward, and Kit. What are you gonna do?
Okay, have we arrived back at the camp?
Yeah.
Any teachers around?
The only teacher is Mr. Karras. He's got more or less calmed down, but he's still livid.
Okay. So, so I think we all approached the main teachers, right?
Yeah.
Well, and we tell them the police have been called.
Yes.
Parham.
Parham.
I'll talk to Karras and I'll let Karras know that Parham has been acting quite strange.
He's flipped his head. He's flipped his skull.
Yeah. No, I literally say...
I'll even let slip. I'm sorry. But I'll even let slip that the general store manager says something about Parham sitting off or mailing some sort of parcel to himself or whatever. He said,
yeah, I literally...
I
say he...
like that.
So, as you say that, Miss Amanda comes back and he's like, What did you say about
He bought medical tonics at the goddamn general store and he sent out your package apparently.
He's tried to send the police. He's tried to send the police on a wild goose chase for some bear.
He tried to call the reporters.
He's been buying alcohol. And
he wants to buy shotguns.
He's been trying to buy shotguns. The man's out of his freaking mind.
Well, Karras is like, I'll definitely talk to Samuel.
I wouldn't talk to him. I get the police here and get them to. I think that he's behind everything that's been going on here.
Samuel? I don't know. He seems like a pretty normal guy.
No, you're not listening to us. You're not. We have somebody murdered here, and he's telling the police to go look for a bear near the general store.
I assume when you say that, Morris is like, hello, that's my daughter. You know that, right?
Yeah, and
right.
Mr. Farnham is trying to mislead the cops to not go here.
Right, Mr. Farnham's leading the police away. We're trying to help you.
I think he's flipped his frickin' lid.
Christ.
Well, then, I guess I'll have to do some talking to Mr. Parham about this. This is my little angel you're talking about.
He betrayed the law. The law.
So we're talking to the teacher, not to the father.
Right.
The police are on their way.
Right.
Thank you.
They're on their way.
Right.
Don't worry about that.
We also got the
Crazy Mr. Parham.
Yes. We also got the equipment.
Well.
Yeah.
He's like, thank you, Kit. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah. So, sir, I think it's safe to say that maybe we should call off the dig for, until the police get here.
Yes, exactly. I don't know, we might... Well, one of my students went back to the dig site. They actually found out that they were looking around. They actually found a actual skeleton that you guys must have missed down there.
Skeleton? Well, maybe we should do a final cleanup of the place and seal it, like put up some tape, to prevent anyone from going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm actually an anthropology student. I want to go talk to Dr. What's his name?
Burlington. Burlington. Yeah. Well, they're currently out right now. I don't know where the fuck they are. They should be back, but they're out apparently trying to find these Native Americans.
Yeah, we found the Native Americans, and they don't know anything about Dr. Byrne.
Right. Did you or him call ahead?
I was out here a couple times, yes, before.
But did you call out to get in contact with the Native Americans?
They're like right outside the town. You can't miss them. There's a camp and everything.
Could I roll psychology on him to see if he's bullshitting?
What? Yeah, go ahead on Karis. Yeah.
Let's see. Winner, chicken dinner. 02.
Damn.
He is not. He's not bullshitting. He thought Mr. Burlington was the one that was calling ahead, since Burlington was his anthropology teacher.
Are there any of the other anthropology students around?
No.
So they've all gone.
They're all gone.
Was Thomas a anthropology student?
He is, but he didn't. Oh, McCoy? Are you talking about that? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, the football player. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not an anthropology student.
Okay. That would have explained him not being there.
Give me a second here.
Also, what time of day is it by now?
Thought it were like going to afternoon.
It's going after all the commotion. It's about noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Well, when Burlington gets back, I want to talk to him. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is nothing's happening for the next hour. But I will. But one of the constables actually comes back. His name is Constable Clancy. But I'm gonna go to Mr. Parham to see what he's up to.
Mr. Parham. Hey, Dr. Parham.
I'm here. I've called all that I need to call. They've already got the supplies. There's not pretty much anything else, I guess, to do but to head on back.
You're heading back to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I sent you an email as well for the details.
Okay. Are you going to go to the? Okay. I will read this right now.
Since everybody's been talking about the murder, I want to go check it out. I want to see what's going on, dealing with the rock and the dead body and everything else.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. So usually, are you guys are going back to the camper? Are you going to go to the Hind Farm then, or no?
Yeah, I am. I want to check it out.
Well, you go to the Hind Farm
because it's Call of Cthulhu. You know, when you split the group up, bad things happen.
Give me a second here.
Okay.
Okay. So you go to the Hind Farm. Yeah, basically you guys are going up, and it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. As you walk up there, you notice that the grass is dying, and they're not either they're careless and don't care about anything, or B, they just don't care.
Now, the damage that's done, is it linear, or is it like, a brown spot over here, there, or is it like a magic line, so to speak?
This is what it just says in the book. Yeah, they're squalid, rundown, and overall depressing atmosphere justice is what it says. So.
Okay.
You walk up to the you go closer up to the door of the house. Do a spot hidden.
Okay. Okay. Come on, 60 or less. I missed it by 4.
I'm actually gonna give that to you.
Okay.
You actually know that you walk up, and behind their house, it looks like the barn is open. And there's something that seems to be shimmering in the distance.
A sniper.
I think what he'll probably do is he'll get ready to knock on the door and tap real lightly, and then do one of those, "Anybody home?" "No? Okay, I'll go around back," kind of things, and head over to the barn and see if anybody's out there. Attempt to listen before going up. If I hear movement around, somebody throwing hay or anything like that.
Do a listen roll to see if you hear anything.
Okay. Oh, that's better. There we go. Yeah. Clean my ears out this time. I'm good.
You're good. Okay,
Yeah.
you do not seem to see. You do not hear anything.
Hello? Hello? Anybody out here? I knocked on the door. Is anybody out here? Mr. Hines? Mrs. Hines? The children of Hines? Children of the corn?
Okay.
No.
Ha 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 ha. So,
what do I see? What caught my eye, basically, is what I'm asking.
you see candles. A wooden crate, and
This is Call of Cthulhu. This cannot be good.
Yes. Is he doused in pig's blood saying Cthulhu I lack like Fadan?
this way. There seems to be a statue.
Fuck me!
I don't think it says that on the statue. But
It actually looks like one of those statues that you've seen at the
Oh hell no! Oh no! Oh hell no! It look like.
Just wait.
Oh man!
And there seems to be a dog. Killed dog with blood all over the floor of the.
Oh hell no!
Right by the.
Oh hell no!
Make a sanity roll, please.
Oh,
Oh god.
man. Full damage, please. Give me full damage.
Just give me a second.
Son of a gun.
You actually. Just give me a second here.
He'd lost his sanity already.
You actually.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna give you 3 points of sanity there.
Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man.
That's all you see. In this barn. There's nothing else in this barn.
Crap.
Are you what are you gonna do now?
So there's a dead dog. There is some sort of weird, freaky statue. Looks like bell, book, and candle. And
may I add, the statue looks like that other statue that you've seen.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Good.
It's still black. It still has the crimson streaks on it and all that stuff.
Crap, let me get the hell out of here. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to try to leave, and hopefully no one will see me. And I'm just going to try to just get out of here.
As soon as you're leaving, you hear this old guy that, hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was looking for Mr. Hines. Is he in the barn? I have not been to the barn yet.
Yes. Or is he the dog inside?
Oh, I'm Mr. Hind. What are you doing here?
I knocked on your door and you didn't answer, so I thought you were out here by the barn. So obviously you're not by the barn, which I have not been into yet. And you're Mr. Hines. So, Mr. Hines, how are you?
I'm doing okay, but why are you here?
Oh, I was just going to ask you a couple of quick questions. I was looking for some Native Americans around here. Do you happen to have any information? I haven't seen any, and I'm looking for some from a Womack tribe. Have you seen any in this area?
Yeah, of course.
Could you point me in the general direction so I can get there, please?
Right here, over here.
Yes. Well, as soon after you
that's what I'm afraid of. Oh yeah, they're right here in the barn. Come over here. You lead the way. Just keep looking forward, or as they say in The Walking Dead, just look at the flowers.
I was just thinking that.
He's like, you better leave now, or else I will shoot you for trespassing.
What happened was basically I inquired earlier about whose farm it was, and I was told. And that's the only reason why I know his name.
Who are you talking to?
You!
Nobody can see what I wrote.
Oh! Son of a gun. I knew that. I was testing you. Never mind. I'm sorry.
So after this,
you can really tell he's going insane now.
I am, people. I am. Give me extra. Give me thumb marks. I'm collecting thumbs. I'll apologize, and I will skedaddle. But I will ask him. So, which way did you say? Was it left or was it right for the Native Americans?
Get out of here now.
Okay. All right.
I will shoot
Fine.
you.
I'm leaving.
This is before, right before you leave.
Mm-hmm.
You see that he has his daughters out there and his sons. They do not look happy, but make a spot hidden roll first.
Okay, survey says yeah, by 4.
Okay. You notice you notice that one of the daughters, she has a really, really filthy dress. But
she lives out in the country.
It's slightly open.
Oh, hey! This is PG now.
Hey, I know. I'm not.
Please, more details.
This isn't PG.
You freaks! You call me a freak? You are a bunch of freaks.
Around her neck, you notice this. You notice that she has a necklace, and it actually has one of the stones, like the glyphs that
Mister.
hell no! Oh, hell no! Oh no! Oh, hell no!
Hell yes.
Crazy people out here. Crazy girl got necklaces of glyphs. People try to buy a shotgun. Oh wait, that was me. Never mind. Okay, well I'm gonna skedaddle.
Yeah, you better leave now, or else I will. And
Okay, all right. So you don't know where the Native American. I was just asking, but I won't ask you anymore which way they are. Right?
Counting to the
Okay.
3,
He skedaddles,
1.
and he's running. He's running for the truck.
Okay, and you hear like he shoots a gun.
Probably
He
up
shoots
in the air,
a warning
scare
shot
me.
off.
Yeah,
And
that's fine. That's fine.
so you're going back to the camp now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I will do the other group. You notice that, surprisingly, that the officer is there, and he shows up, and he is in a big rush. He's like, where are these bear attacks going on? To you guys.
Oh, ask Dr. Parnham there.
I'm not there.
Well, he said you just pulled up.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm like, there's no bear attacks. There's a murder.
He's a cough like, well, I've got to call it a bear attack, but also I got to call it a murder.
Yeah.
Whereabouts the body?
We're the ones who called about the murder. I'll show you. Follow me.
Oh, okay. Next time, try and be more respectful to the dispatch officer.
Oh, crap.
She told me about what you said, and that's really disrespectful.
And what did I say?
I'm saying in the future. Talking to you.
What was it that I said that was disrespectful?
Look, this is like Rodney King. Keep your mouth shut while you can. This is before Miranda rights.
Just in the future, try not to argue with the.
I wasn't. I was just explaining the situation and giving them as much detail over the phone before they came out. Something that they can work with. Something that you can work with. So,
sir, please calm down, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was waiting for that. Oh, so you want to do my job now, huh?
Okay, show me where this body was, and I'm gonna look at it. Then after, I have questions for most of you guys on this.
Sure. Follow me, please.
Okay. So you okay? So okay. Give me a second here. Okay, so he shows you you show him to the body. He's like, this, yeah, I could definitely tell this is a bear attack.
Really, you think that the bear picked up the rock and hit her with it?
Right. He wanted to finish it off for good measure. He wanted to finish her off for good measure. Bears are not to do that.
Just wait. I said this is a bear attack, but there's also more going on. As you see, these claws, they're obviously not human claws.
Don't have claws.
Right. I would have never guessed those were not human claws. Clearly.
How do you know it's not just a knife?
These are not marks are not made by humans. Please let me. And there's a big stone there. Do you know whose jacket is this, by the way?
Dr. Barnum's no.
Oh! Oh, I'm gonna get you in
No, I
character.
want to say that, but I'm.
I know you do. I know you do. I'm gonna get you in character.
Probably is your. That's what I'm thinking.
Shh, shh. I didn't email that yet.
Well,
Okay, give me a second here.
High school.
I explained that as I was telling your dispatcher that one of my fellow students was having romantic relationships with this young lady. I mean, they took a liking to each other, and so I believe that this jacket belongs to him. He was actually a football player at our school, so.
If there's not a murder,
Yes.
there's going to be. When he finds out that you ratted him out.
I didn't rat him out.
Okay.
I'm just giving him the information he needs.
I can't do any more. I'm gonna show me where McCoy's tent, wherever this guy's tent is, please. I'm gonna look around and see if I see anything important here.
I'll lead you to him to his tent.
His tent. He's like, oh, okay.
It is possible that the young lady was attacked prior to.
Yeah, he's like in a sarcastic mark. Yeah, she was attacked, but we'll get more. We'll figure out more when we see it. He's like, okay. There seems to be nothing really here. He seems to be a pretty good student here.
While I'm in his tent, I'm actually going to look around too to see if I can find anything suspicious.
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Okay. He's like, okay. Yeah, there seems to be nothing. All the stuff is all clean. It's
Is it too clean? As if like he came and sort of.
No, it looks like there seems to be no actual movement on the whole on this camp. But do another idea roll. Just you, Edward.
Nope.
The guy's like, okay. So he's like, okay, we'll go back to. He's like, since I'm alone, I'll ask you these questions.
Sure.
How did you see? Yeah, you said that they were involved. Do you know any more information about any little tidbits that you could tell me about this?
And I'm going to be brief. I'm not going to go through the whole thing or whatever on camera. But I basically tell him about her father finding out about those two getting together. The fact that these two were spending a lot of time together. How upset her father was. We basically told them to sort of separate, not to deal with each other while this is going on, so on and so forth. And that's pretty much the short version of it.
Okay, so he's like, okay, thank you. If I need any more information, just stay in this area. Stay in the area. If I need to, I'll get a hold of you.
Yep, I'm here. So.
Okay, so he goes back and he's like, what is everybody else doing in this?
I'm hanging towards the back with my eye on Dr. Barnum.
Right.
He's not.
I'm trying to convince the other teachers that, what Dr. Farm's a scumbag, what he's been doing is wrong, he probably drugged a teacher. He's bad. And
I actually asked if anybody is missing anything.
Can anybody else throw me underneath the bus while we're at it?
Actually, I do have a question.
Yes.
I say to the officer, officer, you said that it was you're sure that there was a bear involved here?
As far as I know, yeah, but
well, there's something kind of interesting then.
That was my first impression here.
I will tell. What's your question here?
Well, we were in town when the others joined us and told us that there was a murder.
Yes.
So we didn't know anything about it until they got there, except that Dr. Parnham said that it was a bear attack. And how could he possibly know that since he was with us?
I was wearing a bear suit.
It sounds really suspicious to me.
Interesting, really interesting. Thanks for that information. He goes up to you. He goes up to Samuel and
sure.
He's like, "How can I talk to you in private, please?"
Oh, absolutely, and check your email too, by the way.
They didn't invent emails back in the 1920s. What are you talking about?
Oh, hey!
All right.
I gotta cover myself with little Dr. Parham love here. You know, since I'm being thrown underneath the bus.
Bear in mind also that the audience can't see your emails either.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's gonna become apparent. It's gonna become apparent, like everything else comes to light from the darkness.
Oh, okay.
When he talks to me in private, I'm sure he's going to question me about the bear, and of course, as everybody else knows in the camps, I'm going to refer to what Kit has.
Let him do it. Don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell us what you're.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, officer. Please ask away.
He asked you. You were out, and you didn't know about this. Why would you say there's a bear attack when you did not even know about this? It looks really suspicious, Mr. Parham.
Oh, of course. If anybody can tell you, unfortunately, the grieving parent could tell you that several bear traps have been set up in the area. His animals have been slaughtered and hung up, and someone's been not only taking his pigs and stuff to catch this bear or whatever it's supposed to be. People. Some people think it's a Sasquatch, but I know it's a bear. And have set bear traps in the area. And upon hearing about the death, I put 2 and 2 together, just like probably you did. I mean, it wasn't a murder, was it? It was just a bear, right?
It's still under investigation. But yeah, thanks a lot for that information. It's really helpful.
Just ask the grieving father about his missing animals and the bear traps that have been set in the area and things like that. I'm sure that he will be able to tell you the same thing.
I am going to go talk to his to the father, but I'm gonna just do some more snooping, more information, investigating here. So where he goes next? He goes back to the body. He looks at it. And he's like, he's going around and he's like, he asks whoever nearby, he's like, what color? He's like, this is interesting. What color hair does Mr. McCoy have?
He's not one of the tender care, but I can find out.
Okay, so he goes looking around, and he's like, "That's enough of the body." He goes up to Mr. Campbell, and he's like, what so he's talked to him, and he's like, "Why?" So your daughter. I understand that your daughter's been murdered. It's very hard on you. But is it okay if we take her to the Arkham University and go to the Mystic and do some more better autopsies on your daughter? And Campbell's like, if it would help to find out what happened, I really think that McCoy did it. And Clancy says, it looked like a bear. It looked like a bear attack. I understand, but other further information, I think Mr. McCoy did it. And he goes up to everybody. He's like, I'm calling everybody at the university. He goes up to Mr. Karras and he's like, do you know where I can get a hold of his parents? And he's like, yeah, here it is. And what is everybody else doing while this happens?
Well,
Standing, I guess.
Yeah, Well, I don't know. Hey, I kind of go to Gil. I'm like, Gil, do you think we should maybe head with him to Miskatonic University to go to, do some research on that, Sagwa thing?
No, not yet. We got to find out some more information.
We got a name, don't we?
Yeah, but I got to find out more of what's going on here.
Okay, so while this is happening, Mr. Karras goes up to the officer, and he's like, I don't know if this is important, but somebody was trying to break into my Foot Locker yesterday. Is there any way that I could figure out who? Do we use some more information? I understand there's a murder going on, a murder investigation going on, but is there any way that you can investigate this? And Clancy and Karras, and also he's like, Karras like, and also you should bring Parham in there too, because he also seen this lock too. So they guys go back to his tent, and Clancy's looking at the.
I'm gonna get framed for everything, am I not? I gotta explain this one too.
It's coming crashing down on you.
Man, I tell you guys, man, I feel the love.
Now's when you can throw Kit under the bus, though.
Well, if I have to.
Hey, you got nothing on me.
So he's looking at this, and he says, he asks you, Mr. Parham, do you know any more information about this? Looks like somebody tried to break in here.
Well, I was at the dig site with Dr. Karras whenever this happened. When we came back, we were going to compare notes, and he had difficulty opening his lock, and then at first he got very angry, and I explained to him I don't wear any bobby pins or anything like that, and then I figured it was just a prank.
Really?
But somebody took and stole his personal items. And that's all that I know. I was with Dr. Karras down at the dig site. It had to have been somebody that was not part of our group at the dig site at the time. Now, there were a couple of students that were sent back to get some items from the camp. Oh, gosh, what were their names? What were their names? I just can't. I think that investigative girl, Kit, I believe that's what her name is. Yes, Kit.
Okay, and who else?
All I do is remember is Kit right now. The other name is right on my tongue. It'll come to me, officer. But she and another person went back to the camp to get something, shovels, flashlights, or something.
Okay, that sounds good.
I wish I could be more. I wish I could be more help for you, officer. But I'm sure that second name will.
You've been a lot of help, Mr. Samuel. Al, what are you? What are you doing while this is all happening, and everybody else?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing on you, do I?
I
just want to make sure what you guys are doing. So
I don't really know. I mean, everything is like a whirlwind. I guess I'm going to be following around behind the officer, just kind of.
I'm waiting for.
Nosy.
I'm waiting for Mr. Burlington.
This goes on for about 2 hours. Him asking everybody all the information and what's going on, and I'm gonna do this right now. He goes up to Kit Baxter, and he's like, I heard you. There's some people were talking that you were looking for last night. What were you doing last night?
Last night? I was sleeping last night.
Around what? Let's say around. Well, while the rest of the apparently everybody's saying that you were in Mr. Karras' tent last night.
No, I don't believe so.
You don't remember? Okay.
You could. He's gonna ask you again. What were you doing around 6 while everybody was out at the camp at dig site and you were in the camp? What were you doing?
You mean the time when we discovered the ruins?
Yes.
Oh, right. So basically, I was there, and I was talking to the professor for a bit, and he said he wanted to get a camera. So I went to go look for one.
Okay, and what happened next?
I tried looking for one.
Do you wear any bobby pins?
No, I don't. I wear my hair loose these days.
So you don't have any on you right now, do you?
No, I just said I wear my hair loose. I got a scrunchie. Is that something?
No, they didn't have those back then.
Oh, sorry. I got like a ribbon. Would you like a ribbon?
No.
A ribbon.
No,
Yes.
that sounds good. I just wanted to make sure because there were some people saying that you were snooping around in Mr. Karras' tent.
Who's been saying that? Was it Parham?
I can't say anything.
Sir, one thing I'd like to say, whoever did it, if it was Parham or not, that guy, I think he might have drugged one of our teachers.
What? You do know that's you're accusing that's a big accusation. You know that, right?
Right, but here's the thing. One of my teachers, we found a medical tonic in her tent, and when we went over to the general store, the guy said that he saw Mr. Parham buying medical tonic and asking for shotguns. What the hell am I supposed to make of that, officer?
Okay. Thanks for that. Thanks for that information. So he walks over back to Mr. Prime and saying, Were you drinking a few nights ago?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Guess he's going to jail.
Yes.
You do know this is a prohibition, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next time, I'm going to give you a warning right now, but next time...
I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you understand working with these students is hard enough. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if I can buy some tickets to the policeman's ball, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to. I would be more than happy. I would be more than happy to contribute to the police.
Probably like 2 policemen in the whole town.
I know!
Right?
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
they answer themselves.
And I know that you're overworked and everything else, and I appreciate you not saying anything about the big easy and letting me off.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I did not let any of those kids drink, but I would probably suggest, since you're going to ask me, go ahead and check everybody else's tent, make sure no one else has anything else.
No, that's not
wonderful. Thank you.
But he also says
I will be more cautious when I drink around.
He says
sure
it's
the
the
students
Paris
don't see me.
and you. I've done. This is what I think happened. I think McCoy did it. He killed.
Heaven forbid! Oh my goodness! One of our students? I don't believe this. No.
Yes. At first I thought it was a bear attack, but like you said, that. But yeah, what I think happened was that they were going that he was trying to make some sexual advances on.
Oh my goodness! No!
Susan.
Oh my goodness!
And she said no. He took this rock and smashed her over the head.
Oh dear me!
She was trying to defend herself, but she did some damage on him. That's why she has defense wounds on her. But if you see this McCoy character, he's in big trouble.
Oh dear me! Yes.
No, he's in super big trouble. Maximum big trouble.
Oh dear me! Oh my!
Yeah. So he's like, okay, I gotta go back to there. We're gonna do more autopsies on Susan's body, but far as I know, I think that Thomas did it. After he goes, he said, "Thanks everybody for your cooperation. If you see this Thomas McCoy fellow, I know he's a friend of yours. Make sure that you
tell him to turn himself in.
He's in big serious trouble." And he leaves and he takes.
Golly gee willikers! What's he gonna say there? What were you about to say there, Sheriff?
Have a great day. But he takes the boy in his carriage and he goes back to the goes down to art university. Yeah. But here's what happened. Amanda sees Mr. Parham and she's like, what were you doing with my test,
Package.
my
Package.
package. What were you doing? I heard you were sending it to yourself at the university.
Yes, I did. I sent it to the university.
Why? That's my reason.
Because you asked me to.
I
You don't
did not
recall?
say anything. No.
Oh, then I am mistaken. I am so sorry.
She looks at you like really angry, like you broke her trust. And he's like, "Why would you do that?"
I just wanted to make sure that you got the credit for it. I sent that information back immediately.
Huh?
Yes.
And there comes the kick in the balls.
She goes up to you and she's like really angry and she tries to punch you in the. Don't do it. She punches you in the shoulder.
Oh, I am wounded. I'm hurt, and I would probably chase after her to try to get her to calm down.
Let's see if she can actually. Yeah.
Damn.
She obviously punches you for 1 point, or for like one. It's not a really big. It's just a like.
Well, I'm gonna try to keep her calm and explain it because she was drunk that night and she just obviously just doesn't remember what she told me what to do. And I only did what she told me what to do. I am but her humble servant. And now she's getting mad at me for keeping my promise and doing what I was told to do from her.
Dr.
You
Parvis
don't
is full of
remember?
shit.
Oh my goodness.
Dr. Parvis is full of shit.
He might be full of shit. His eyes might be brown, but guess what? She was drunk. She woke up late. She doesn't remember anything. So it's one of those gray areas. So it can't.
So okay. So she okay. So I'm actually gonna fast forward the next 2 hours. This is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is when Burlington comes back with the students.
Okay.
He pulls up. He does not know like what's going on. He's like.
Well, I'm sure the other teachers tell him as soon as he gets back.
Right. We debrief him.
He's like, oh my, that's horrible. That's really horrible. He's like, what? Who did it? Do you guys know?
No. Not. Well, we suspect it might be. We suspect
Not
it
us
might be.
that's there, right? It's the teachers. I mean, we're not. Why would we be telling him anything?
Yeah, he asks Parham.
Let's step outside the camp and let's take a little walk. And let me tell you some good news and some bad news.
Yeah.
And basically pull him off and explain that I thought there was a bear attack, and it turned out that one of the students had killed a young lady.
Really?
And the police came out, did a little bit of investigation, and it's a tragedy. So if we see the young gentleman, we need to ask him to turn himself in promptly. Of course.
Of course.
Here.
Yeah, that's the best way of doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I believe Mr. Gilman had some questions for you. He was asking about you earlier. If you didn't see the student, he's got that real cheeky, broad smile. He was asking for you earlier.
Yeah. I'll do that right now.
Well, I got a couple questions too.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you got to it.
He walks up to you and he's like, yeah.
Wait. Hold on.
out.
Before he comes back,
Yes.
I have some questions. How many students were with him? How many came back with him?
6.
6? How do they look?
If you want to do spot hidden, I'll tell you.
All right. where'd my thing go? Oh boy, I got really bad. 97.
They all seem to be normal.
All right. Well, while Dr. Parnham is over there, surely I have some of them that know me and we're friends because we're all anthropology students.
Yeah. So
I want to grab whoever I think is like the friendliest towards me, or you know what I mean.
They're neutral to you, so anyone will work.
Whoever I've talked to before in class, or
yeah. What are you gonna ask them?
I'm gonna say so. I keep going to the dig every day. I'm like, have you been in contact with the Womacs?
He's like, yeah. We have actually.
Really? So you've been able to learn? What have you learned anything interesting from them?
They seem to be, I would say, not really hostile. They seem not really want to talk to us, but I don't know why.
So, but that's where you guys have been going every day?
Yeah, we've been going there every day. Well, for the first 2 days, like we couldn't find them, and then the third day we found them. So
I sort of give them a funny look, and I lean in, and I'm like, so where have you really been going?
We're telling you right now. We were looking for the Wamak Indians. And yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to the Womack Indians, and they don't know anything about you.
We were talking today, and they sure know a lot about us.
We were talking to them today, and they don't know anything about you. So where have you been going?
That's
Dr. Burlington got some sort of crazy secret thing that he's doing behind everyone's back.
He's working with Dr. Parham.
No, honestly, I'm telling you the truth. We've been trying to find the Wamak Indians, and we found them today, and they were a little bit hostile, but they didn't. But we managed to get a few things out of them. But yeah, but I gotta go now, and this guy just. Yeah,
I don't believe you. Okay. See ya. So now I want to talk to Burnham or Birmingham.
Do a before you leave. Do a spot hidden on this.
Spot hidden. Okay.
On the student, see if you see anything.
Okay. What is my spot? Yes, I passed.
Okay. But how much?
Well, I got a 49 out of 60. Okay.
You notice that on their pant legs that they have like dust and dirt stains all over their pant legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because anthropology students are just always like talking so hard to people that they get dirty.
They've been going to the beach, haven't they?
There's something. Yeah, okay.
All they've been doing is going to the beach, making sandcastles, and pretending they've been talking to the Womack tribe.
Just swimming away.
Right. Doing, reenacting Top Gun, playing volleyball.
Yeah. So, what's your mood right now? What are you gonna talk to?
Oh yeah, I need to talk to Dr. Burlington.
Yeah. Before doing anything, what is everyone else doing?
I don't know. Maybe I'll go talk to Barham about you, because I talked to him before. So.
Burlington, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Dr. Caress when I get a chance.
Okay, and what's Al doing?
I wanted to ask Kit, when the police investigator was here, did you mention to the police officer that there was that strange guy wandering around with a gun?
No, so I'll do you first.
I just threw Parham underneath the bus instead, damn it.
Okay, and I'll get that. And Edward, what are you doing? So I know.
Earlier you mentioned that they found another skeleton or something like that in the death site, the burial site. So while everybody else is doing their thing, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that.
Okay. Before I'll do that quickly. You go down there. You notice that it's a. Yeah, you see it. You guys must have missed it. It is a 5-foot tall skeleton.
Okay. Anything else about it? What type of clothing did it have? And is it an old, tattered clothing? Is it something recent?
Give me a second here. I know I've seen it here. It's 5 foot tall. It doesn't really have any clothing on it. It seems to be it's just a skeleton.
Nothing else on it, though.
No.
I know that we looked very carefully while we were here in this burial chamber. Where's it located at? Where's this skeleton located at?
It is it was where you found all the like that statue and the shield and the tablet.
Is it closer to the shield? Is it closer to the...
It was close to the shield.
Does it look like it tried to touch the shield? Is the shield still like sitting up on a wall where it was, or does it look like it's been?
It was against the wall in like the dirt, and kind of like what my overlay looks like.
Okay. Do I notice any sort of tracks or footprints around that area?
No. But
this will be something that we can't clearly miss if it's sitting right in front of you.
No. This was actually in the dirt, and I forgot to mention that last time.
Okay.
But
okay.
that was.
I'm just imagining that maybe this is something that was recent, that one of these artifacts might have done this to somebody that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Okay, so I mean, it's clearly like if I did an anthropology roll, it's clearly an old skeleton.
Yeah, it looks like ancient, but I'm gonna go to Peter and Kit. So so you're gonna go talk to the Burlington, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's around the camp. What are you?
Okay, so I go up to Professor Burlington.
Right.
A professor? He's a professor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably had classes with him since.
Yeah, of course.
So
well, hello, Peter. What not?
As Dr. Burlington, I've ended up going to the dig a couple times, but I'm really not into that. I'm an anthropology student, so I really need to be in your group. I've enjoyed your class so much over the years, and I've learned so much from you.
You're like a father to me.
Yeah, well, kind of, yeah. I mean, you're the reason why I chose anthropology, so I'll be on your team tomorrow. I'll come with you guys.
He's like, please don't. He's
Why
like,
wouldn't I?
No. Just
What's
wait
wrong?
1 second.
What's wrong, Professor?
Quit trying to butter me up and all that stuff.
Wait, we got a canoe just so we could come along.
Well, we're done with the canoes, but.
Well,
I thought we told you that we were going out canoeing today, not tomorrow. Today.
Well, I'm not interested in any of that. I'm just interested in, helping you guys work on. I mean, I'm an anthropology student, so I have no reason to be at the archaeological dig.
So, you've met the natives then?
Yes, we have been with the natives.
I glare at Kit like, shut up.
Yeah, we definitely were talking with the natives. They seemed a little hostile though, but other than that, they were good. We learned a lot more information about them, but tomorrow we will definitely I will definitely bring you on my tomorrow while going out there.
Oh, excellent.
Can I tag along?
Is there any questions?
No, we've just been finding some interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Also, Doc, you said you've been having trouble, finding the Olmec early on. I don't know. Do you know any reason why now you were able to find them, but previously you weren't?
Oh, we were when we went canoeing. After this I'll end it. When we went canoeing, we actually found them a lot more down the river.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, shame you couldn't get a hold of them earlier. Calling them or something, and setting up a meeting. Or did you call them and you couldn't get a hold of them?
I did call them. I called them. Okay. I called them like 4 times.
All right.
I personally went down there and I talked to them, so.
All right, I don't know. Just thought it might, I don't know. Just conversation,
And that's really all I have for tonight. So unless.
Oh, you can go another 10 minutes because we started late.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Do you want to call it there?
No, I can go 10 more minutes.
Okay, so we're done with Dr. Burlington?
Yeah, there's nothing. Do another spot hidden on him. Kit, you can do too.
Sure. Let's see. Come on. Winner, chicken dinner. Nice or hot? That's a fail.
Okay, and.
Oh, I got a really good roll. I got a 15.
You notice too that his pants are really, really dirty, and there seems to be like cuts, and his pants are really clean, but there seem to be a lot of cuts and on his pants and stuff like that.
Hey, Professor, did you get your pants dirty or something? Or
yeah, I did. When we were going down to the Womack, I must have lost control and I slipped and I fell on the ground, and that's why as you see, my pants are all ripped.
Yeah.
We're not going to bother you anymore tonight. And I grabbed Kit and I pull her away.
I'm like, ouch! What the hell?
I'm like, come on, we don't need to bother him anymore.
Fine. Bye.
Okay.
So as soon as we're far enough away from Burlington, I say to her, "Are you out of your mind?
What?
You're gonna let him know that we know something.
I know that we
know
that
they
know
something. They're dirty. They're obviously haven't contacted the Womack tribe, and we're going to go on the expedition with them tomorrow. If he thinks that we suspect something, he's gonna, I don't know what, he won't let us go. You keep giving him clues that we know something."
Well, he hasn't figured it out.
Well, I'm surprised that he didn't. He's got to be dumber than that dead pig. I mean, and you practically said to him, so we know that you're not going. What have you been up to? I mean, like, shit.
Yes.
We already.
All right. Just
all
trying
right.
to get a reaction.
Can you dig your own grave for me so I don't have to do it tomorrow?
So
Okay.
now we got two things to worry about. We got we got three things. All the freaking teachers in this thing are absolutely lost their freaking mind. And I'm not even counting the woman who's the botanist. She's next.
God damn, this is one hell of a handbasket.
We're gonna go to L, and then we're gonna end it off with Parham.
All right. Go ahead.
So what are you doing?
Did Kit ever answer me about whether or not she?
I can probably say no. I didn't tell him. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell him. I thought the professor would tell him, or the teacher would tell him, at least. You know. I told him.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
I can't be held responsible because I already told this fact to the teacher.
I mean, he jumped to the conclusion that the football player did it when we have a armed stranger walking around. Just
yeah, there's been a lot of jump to conclusions.
Right. I don't know. Should we? I don't know. I feel like we should cancel this because there's a murder going around. Shouldn't we all be packing up and just letting the police do a sweep or something?
You would think.
Okay. We're going to go to Parham, but just before you go to Parham, we'll go to Parham, and then there's something going to happen, then we're going to end it.
All right.
Well, go ahead and do it so I can lead. Screaming.
Okay. So what are you doing? You're talking to Mr. Karras, right?
Yeah, and since the students no longer trust me and everything, I'm going to turn to him and tell him I made a discovery, and I'll share it with him tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Because
but before you do that, this is what's going to happen. Okay, Miss Amanda Nelson, your so-called girlfriend, runs out from the forest.
What the heck?
And she's like, Karras, Parham, you should come see this right away.
I look at Karras, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he's looking at me. I look back at him, and we're looking at each other.
I think there's another. I think there's a dead body.
Dun dun dun.
Edward.
Oh man. Oh, what a cliffhanger! What a cliffhanger!
Would any of us hear this?
No, she's trying to stay calm and try not to tell the other students that there'd be another breakdown.
As we're in Dr. Karras's tent, I will pat her hand, have her sit down, and me and Dr. Karras ask her to wait here patiently, and point to the area that we need to go to, and me and Dr. Karras will venture forth.
She shows it to you. It's pretty gross.
Should I roll now? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Crap. Okay, here we go. Come on now.
Okay, here. No. Wait.
That's a lot better. Ooh, damn.
Okay.
Ooh.
So what you see is give me a second here. Okay, so you see that there is a body of the guy that
everybody's looking for. Oh no! I kept thinking it was going to be the student.
No. He's been bludgeoned same way that you only was one. If you pass, you only has 1 point of sanity there.
Okay. It's a bear attack.
A serial killer bear.
It's a bear attack. It used a rock.
His
Bears
body
are
has been brutally bludgeoned, which is kind of the same way that Susan been bludgeoned.
Yes, exactly. I recognize that bear in a lineup. It's the one with the rock.
The one with the rat did it.
And his arm is completely torn off.
Yeah, bears do that.
He's been disarmed.
Ooh.
His rifle is lazy splinters and twisted all around him. And twisted chunks lay all around him. And
Crack shot.
Yeah.
you find Bigfoot bait
Like pig hanging
hanging
or
from a
something.
tree with a large bear trap beneath it. The trap is closed, smeared with blood and thick brown hair.
Oh, you know what it is? It is McCoy. That's his hair, isn't it?
No.
That's the real McCoy.
Oh! Pun damage
What's it
right
called?
there.
Karis, you notice that he is in a... If you do a psychology roll, do that right now, and then we're going to end the...
Oh crap, he's a werewolf.
Woo! There you go. That's critical half.
Yeah.
Half, baby.
You notice that he is shaking, and he is absolutely
Terrified.
terrified.
Well, I'm going to try to calm him down and comfort him and tell him everything's going to be all right, that it's just a bad, evil dream.
That is how we're going to end. That's how we're going to end it tonight.
Okay.
I hope
Awesome.
you guys enjoyed it tonight.
Yeah, that was crazy tonight.
Fun.
Man, I'm telling you. Under the bus, baby. And then
Hey.
backed up, rode over again, and backed up again.
Hey, you put this on yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kit, Miss Bobby Pin.
Okay,
Oh, it's fun.
investigators.
It's fun. It's fun.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Thanks everyone for your participation. Thanks to all our viewers for watching. We hope you enjoyed our game session. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you liked our show, please give us a thumbs up. If you like, follow us on Twitter. Please tune in next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next episode of The Dig. Until next time, always remember, if there is no light left to guide your path, your only choice is to venture into the darkness. Good night, and good gaming.